There's blood in the water and in the server now as Vega Squadron, the Shark, is hungry. Cloud9, of course, defending Major champions, had a roster shuffle or roster mayhem, whatever you want to call it, now find themselves presenting just 3 of those that lifted the trophy and made what was truly the North American Counter-Strike dream real. However, for a short period of time, it's lackluster now, and we'd look to find out how they'll be starting their adventure here in London. It's the Legends stage, and indeed, if you're a legend, you'll hit us up on social media, hashtag FACEIT Major. That's a hashtag I'm doing.
I like how you've been doing that.
I can't stop it. It's kind of a hashtag. I kind of see it. Yeah, it's a thing. Hashtag FACEIT Major. If you want to join the conversation, you've heard him already, but now you can see him. I know that's what you really want to do. It's Sean Gares and, of course, the beautiful Threat joining us as well. Gentlemen, what an intriguing end to our day. A bookend and a confusing one. Vega, Cloud9, and I just can't work out if there's a favorite coming into this, which feels weird to say. Help me out, Threat.
I mean, I have no idea. First of all, we have Vega Squadron.
Yes.
For some reason, they tend to play really well at the majors. And if you look like the past 3 months, I think they had 8 maps played on httv.org, so there's 0 data on them. And they've really not been that impressive after the last major.
Until now.
Yeah, exactly. Until they actually qualify for the Legend stage again. So they are a dark horse for me. And then we have Cloud9, which is a team right now. It kind of feels like they put together the players that are left more than just having it thought out. I mean, they picked Golden, which is a great IGL. But Stico is just, I mean, I think he's a good player. I usually compare him to Taco with being a support player, but I don't really know how he fits into that lineup.
And that's what's so interesting is when we were sitting there, we were asked to do a head-to-head. We'll start talking specifically about the Cloud9 roster. But Sean, one way we were asked, you know, who's the hard hitter, who's the star? Yeah. We started struggling. That's not to say they haven't got firepower, but who is that star-studded, you know, hero?
I definitely think Tim Automatic is the star player of Cloud9, but they lack an aggressive player. Like that's something that's very strange to be missing from an entire team. Like someone that doesn't really like open up rounds aggressively. People might say Rush, but that's Rush of the old. Like Rush is not really, you know, that super aggressive entry fragger and CT player that's going to be looking for kills aggressively, maybe with an AWP sometimes. They don't have that player anymore.
Were those all CT frags?
I think they
were. Cloud9 just on the defense, M4s in hand. We'll see what happens on the T sides. But yes, I do want to pull on that golden string just a little bit. This guy has had quite an intriguing route. Everyone has their own routes to Pro CS. His has been join an academy team, do well. There's a gap in the main roster. Join Fnatic as the main in-game leader. Impress. Turn the team around from despair. Get kicked despite turning them around. Then kind of join a team that just won a major and start leading them. Like, it's actually quite an interesting journey this guy's taken in quite a short space of time.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's the biggest question mark when it comes to roster changes this year. Why did Fnatic remove Golden? They had just won WESG and they won Katowice.
They made $1 million in less than a month.
Yeah, they did one bad event after that. I think it was Star Series, I'm not sure.
Yes, that's right. It was definitely. I remember there was mayhem on social media after Star Series early exit. They were the first team eliminated there.
And they did that weird thing where they cut him and then they kept him for a little bit. Remember, like everyone had the vibe that he was going to get cut. He thought he was going to get cut. I think they even played with someone else maybe for a little bit, and then he came back because the community kind of like reacted in a bad way, and then got cut anyway.
And now he joins Cloud9, where I've heard nothing but positive things. Actually, at E-League Premier, Rush was singing his praises in his interview, just basically saying, Golden is super smart, I'm super glad we kept him, because he was on trial basis, and I think he did nothing but impress in his time there.
Yeah, I talk a lot with Valens, the coach of Cloud9, and he has nothing but good things to say about Golden. He says that he brings so many good ideas, he communicates incredibly well, he's way more skilled than people give him credit for. So, I mean, I don't know what Fnatic didn't see in him or did see in him, I guess.
Who knows, yeah.
But who knows? But I'm actually really excited to see this version of Cloud9.
Yeah, I want to see what Skadoodle can do as well, but of course he's not alone in the server. It's Vega Squadron, as Threat has already kind of covered. This is a team that went off of everyone's radar until that major came back around. I mean, this was a team that we lost for a while, and they show back up, and they did show up. They beat Big in overtime on Train, and a best-of-3 battle for survival was where they ended up pulling across the line versus North, none other than the team that just won a 250k tournament.
Yeah, they're a team that has incredible amounts of skill, as you can see by all these clips. They're known for just getting these crazy multi-frags that come out of nowhere. They're making big plays throughout the entire map, and they don't really have a lot of executions or super deep strategies, which is why people are so shocked when they play so well.
And this is what I want to. This is what I want to kind of probe now from you two, is that it can't just be that they're playing random and everyone's so used to regimented Counter-Strike, and so it's kind of it feels like an excuse for losing to Vega. And I need to get my head around this. They are in the legend stage of the major for a reason, and it sure may be unpredictable Counter-Strike, maybe puggy quote-unquote Counter-Strike, but it's working.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. It's when you watch them play, I don't really know if they're playing smart or they're playing stupid.
Right.
It's something in between. It's really hard to tell what they're going to do. It feels like they're just trying to play more moves mid-round, just playing off each other, than having, as Sean said, they don't really have any heavy executes.
No heavy executes, sure, but Sean, it does get them where they need to go. I mean, winning a best-of-3 versus North, admittedly North looking a little lost, is still a huge feather for their cap.
Yeah, I think something that's really unique about Vega Squadron, and all of you can go back and watch their demos from the Challenger stage, is they have a ton of tricks. And what I mean by that is it's a one-time gimmick kind of thing. Like, if you watch their cache, they know a smoke from T-Spawn that goes on top of the boost. So that way the guy that gets boosted not only does it put out the molly, but he can see under it barely.
Yeah.
So they have stuff like that. They smoke the default plant spot on Mirage and hop up on the default box post-plant, which is incredibly weird. Like, when you're rotating into the site on FACEIT Mirage, you're favored as a CT, but when a T's one-waying from the bomb site box, you're no longer favored. It's an incredibly weird scenario. So they do have things like this across all of the maps that I've seen them play.
Yeah.
And when you bust stuff out like that at the major and best of ones, you can advance.
And they do have players that can back up their tricks with frags. We'll bring up the head-to-head, which is brought to you by the Predator, and I can't stop talking about Chopper enough. Underestimated Vega no more, and this guy has had, in almost every game we've seen from Vega, especially those victories, he has one round or two where he just does something impossible. There was some spectacular lurking on Train that I will still be thinking about. He gets 4. You remember that round?
The big round, yep. Turned the match over.
That was so insane, and on such a crucial round, he just seems like another one of those players. And admittedly, there is a trend of CIS players and not feeling pressure, because it doesn't matter what the situation, Chopper will still be doing what Chopper does best, and at times it saves Vega Squadron's booty.
And I actually want to talk about why we picked Automatic as well.
Yeah, please do.
Kind of go back to what you said earlier, Sean, is they don't really have a star player. And I think that might be the biggest struggle here for Cloud9.
Yeah, and I do want to continue that conversation, but with the vetoes going down, I feel like this might be the hardest to predict veto of the evening, gentlemen.
Yeah, this is going to be a very difficult veto to predict, because we don't really know what this version of Cloud9 is comfortable playing on after their boot camp. We know that they lost a best of 5 recently to E United with a map advantage, so they will not be going to IM Chicago, so yikes. But yeah, here we see Cloud9 banning Nuke. They've always banned that. They banned Dust 2 as well. Vega bans Overpass, which I don't know if this version of Cloud9 is very good on Overpass, but it's a safe bet for Vega.
It could. Yeah, I think it's their permaban. We saw them ban it, of course, in their best of 3 veto versus North as well. So there's definitely a theory there that that's just not something they're comfortable on as a unit.
We're probably going to see Mirage or Inferno.
Yeah.
Yeah, comfortable.
It's likely going to go to Mirage, but like Bjorn said, Inferno's out of the question from Vega, so I would probably be leaning towards Mirage right now if I were Cloud9. They have footage to watch of Vega Squadron on Mirage, as well as Cash, I guess. But yeah, Mirage, they have more footage. They probably feel more comfortable in that. They don't feel like they can get surprised. Like Taco said, it's expected that they surprise you.
Yeah, and you don't want to play Cash versus Vega Squadron. I know that as an ex-NIP player or coach.
Of course. Yeah, you've had your fair share of experience trying to beat this Vega Squadron. And take a look at those odds. I don't normally bring it up, but just look how close it is. It does just testify to just how unpredictable this game is. It's not a guarantee for either side. But coming into Mirage, all I could think about was the close call they had in the Challenger stages, they being Vega. They went down, and I wanted to get the exact numbers, 12-3 on their CT side. They had 3 CT rounds versus Team Spirit on Mirage and managed to claw it all the way back to a victory. And in an interview, they even said, we've always struggled with their CT side, so very intrigued to know how far they can get with that one. With that said, though, gentlemen, it is that time. Though the odds are almost inseparable, I do need you to put a team as your winner. Sean, I'm looking at you.
So like I said, I think Vega Squadron had a lot of really cool tricks that they used on the last stage. I know Valens, and I know you put in a lot of work to probably watch their demos. I have to lean Cloud9.
He's leaning Cloud9, and of
Yes,
course I'm leaning on you two as well on the caster desk. It's Henry and Sadicus joining us
hello
again.
there.
Hey, Charmers. What I need now is to know if any of you fly in that Vega Squadron.
I'm doing Vega all day.
You do?
Let's
all
go.
day?
All day.
You're sounding extra London, Henry. Is this the Majors really
It's
bringing it out of you?
Yeah, absolutely.
All day, Governor, all day.
CS is coming home, Alex.
Matt, what have you got for me, bro?
I mean, do you remember the predictions we did the last major? When,
yes.
like, Jason just went in with Vega every time and somehow got away
and
with it.
spammed the GIFs on
Oh,
Twitter obnoxiously.
Man. Everyone's got to have their 5 minutes in the sun, though, right? Like, although I worried about him with 5 minutes in the sun because it might have burned the top of his head. But I've got to go Cloud9. I'm sorry, but I'm doing it.
Every time. Okay, one Cloud9, one Vega from the casting desk. Are you going to continue the trend here, Threat?
I'm actually going to go with Vega Squadron.
We have got ourselves a spicy meatball. Okay, I'm gonna keep. You know what? I've probably predicted against Vega every single time up until this point. It ends now. Vega Squadron to take this one.
He's done it. Okay, can I change mine? Or? Either way, Matthew, this is going to be a lot of fun.
See you later, guys.
I guess we'll leave. Well, we'll leave us to it. You get out of here.
Yeah, all right, we're out.
Lovely
Peace.
to leave you. So one thing I want to talk about with this one, Matt, is the fact that Cloud9, the current major champions, right?
Yeah.
Not even in the conversation to win it this time. No one's even thinking they make it past this sector. It's
I
so
mean, a
mad
lot
to
has
think.
changed, right? They've lost two very, very formidable players on that team, the defending team. But you're right, this is the defense. It starts now, and they go up against a team that really only performs in majors. I agree with you. They're not in the top 4 for me. Are they even in the top 8? I'm not convinced. Surely Vega has to be a team that if you don't win 2, you get worried about right away. Overall, your chances, that is.
Yes, Matthew.
Were you thrown off? Someone
I was
speaking
thrown
to
off,
you?
yeah.
Okay, I was wondering what
we're
was,
new to this, right?
Your eyeballs were kind of rolling around there. You were thinking a little bit.
It's our first thing on today. I was just thinking, like, I forgot we got to do this. Upcomer.com, Matthew.
Yes.
It's a wonderful website. Download on iTunes, Google Play as well as an app, I think, or what were you calling it? The
App Store.
The App
iTunes.
Store.
Well, it says, to be fair, it says iTunes right here.
Okay, so there you go. So you were doing such a good job of this before, but make sure you can get the latest stats, scores with upcomer.com. Make sure to vote as well. And as you can see, your votes are there coming in through. It looks like Cloud9 have the upper hand here. Do you agree with that?
I mean, that is who I went with.
Yeah.
I totally agree with the conversation on the desk. There's a lot of potential for Vega to steal this game away from them, and there is a lot of changes that has gone into this Cloud9 roster. I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling it. You know, I think they're going to be determined. I think they're going to be back making their defense known, and they want to come off with a strong start. They're going to be invigorated. They've got 2 players that are eager to prove themselves. Sticko and Golden coming over. Golden, I think, is an underrated in-game leader. I think he showed that with Fnatic. He has potential. He took them to it's a championship.
Matthew, speaking of championship, there's one on the line right now. Wow, we're building up to one. The Major's coming in, and we've got Pistols making their way towards spawn. Tony Black, great name. Has he got great aim?
Not sure. We'll have to find out. Probably not as good as Tony Stark.
That's true. He's got the best.
He's got built-in aimbots, though, right? That's why he's not allowed to play Counter-Strike. His machine just does it all for him, his suit. JR, he's going to start it off. Sticko goes down. So already Sticko watching from the sidelines in the first round for Cloud9. Rush pulls it back. He does get one further, but Rush is doing all of the work until now. That's when Junior steps up. Golden wrapping back in. Tony Black down. Has to hold true. He's got 2 to find. He limits it down and angles it off to one-on-ones. But has he done enough in terms of time? Not quite. They've got a kid on JR. That's an easy defuse. Vega's going to pick up round 1.
A little bit touch and go, but yes, comfortable in the end. It will be Vega Squadron there with the 1-0 lead. Cloud9 did get the bomb down, meaning they can buy up this round if they really wanted to, but more traditionally, you get the AKs in the third, as I'm sure that'll be transpiring momentarily as we have a look at round number 2. Should be a bit of a gimme here for Vega Squadron. I'd like to see more rifles, if I'm honest. Mirage might not be a huge deal, but generally speaking, you want to have at least 3 M4s at this point, then a couple of SMGs. JR, okay, I like that. That's the compromise from them. He will get the AWP next round. That's why he got the P250 now. He's got 3k on him. Just going to be making sure he gets the AWP and shut down that AK potential. So that's a nice little compromise. I like that. And Chopper trying to farm as much money as he possibly can here. Automatic, though, a player we haven't really thought about for the last 6 months or so, has really been off the radar completely. Definitely has the potential for a star player. As the guys mentioned, the desk, though, I guess you could maybe suggest that Cloud9 don't really have that anymore after losing 2 of the bigger names. But either way, Sticko and Skadoodle. Already found 2 frags here. Both courtesy of that Deagle of automatic.
They get another as well. This is way too expensive for Vega. They were looking so good. They get the AWP out next round. They could have a nice clean sweep here. But they've lost now 3 players and maybe even one more. Sticko, just for the Glock, waiting those T-steps to see if any more mistakes will be made.
Sticko does see them and hear them running away, going back toward that bomb, and they assumed coast was clear. Sharks aren't very good on dry land, so they couldn't go much further than the coast. That's just me trying to crowbar a pun into it, because that's what I do. Sticko does do some damage, gets a headshot onto Tony Black. But it's JR instead to find the kill, his 4th in 2 rounds. And it's 2-0 for Vega. You made it the point very clear, and accurately so, that they have cost themselves dearly in that round by not having the clean sweep, as you called it. They still bring out the op, but they're going to be limited. Already you can see it, 2 SMGs in their hands.
It is certainly limited, but the AWP does come out. JR yet to die. 4-0 AWP in his hand. Cloud9 was getting the bomb down the pistol and some promising kills in the previous. Do have a decent chance of taking this one. We'll see whether they can do it. It's weird to think they might even be considered the underdogs in this particular matchup. It's the MP9 causing a lot of damage here. Tony Black and Chopper going to town as Rush and Sticko just push through the smoke. And it's up to Automatic now to make this round a possibility for his squad. Going up towards Short. JR waiting though. It's looking a little bit off from Cloud9 right now. That was a straight-up contact play. Then sussed out that the smoke was down, tried to push through it. Completely destroyed by the MP9. Vega Squadron look very comfortable here. Remember, Scudetto obviously come by the AWP in these particular rounds. The 4 spies in the 3rd. Golden himself now trying to work this situation out. Looks like Scudetto will try and sell something towards the A side of the map and allow Golden at least to get a bomb plant towards B perhaps, but there's no reason to leave the B side completely open at this point. Scudetto will be firing off some bullets, and let's have a look at the B bomb side right now. Hudgy has left there. JR as well, so Golden doesn't commit towards B, but he does come from the underpass. They are going to try and split towards this A side, but it doesn't look like it's possible still. Hudgy very quiet towards short. Golden, if he does get 1 kill here, that could be enough. There it is, bit of a slow reaction from Hudgy. I don't think he's expecting such an easy kill, but there we go. It is going to be 4 players surviving for Vega. They hold off the 3rd round 4 spy, and no bomb goes down. Looking very comfortable there. Nice spray down at the very start. Kill with the MP9, followed up with the M4A4, and it should be eco territory for Cloud9. 3-0 down. And should be a very comfortable round here for Vega going forward. So there we go. About to say the scout, it's actually still the AWP very early on in the game. Remember, JR took the full eco in a second to have this weapon going forward.
Well, Sticko goes on the hunt. Back over toward the A side with Rush. They're going to send a single man. That's Golden toward the underpass to try and wrap back underneath. But Vega holding on with the AWP still up. Now have a 3-0 lead and pistols just to go against. This is a perfect start for the CT campaign on Mirage. Remember, Cloud9 ultimately chose the map. They didn't. It's a veto process. You go down to 1 map out of 7, so they were limited, but they had the last ban. So they, by design, ended up here on Mirage. Automatic does get 1 at range onto Chopper. Nonetheless, Tony Black that's holding with Hookji. Then they're going to get the 2 follow-up kills that deny the bomb plant, more importantly. Still, though, Cloud9 manages to respond. CZ from range. Sticko with the deagle. Can't quite get to that bomb inside of the site, though, because Crush is holding on and Sticko goes down.
Well, Golden was looking like he could do some serious damage here in the 2 versus 2. His position was decent, but then his teammate goes down, and now he's left in a bit of a compromised spot here. Jumps up towards CPL. CZ, no armor, no nades. And he will find an AK-47. That's not bad. He still has 45 seconds on the clock here. As he jumps in towards Kitchen, he'll make his way towards CT spawn. Now things become a little bit uncomfortable for Vega. He still has plenty of time to cause some damage here as he inspects the CT spawn area. Wants to see if any mistakes are made. He knows they need information. Just like that, he does significant damage, not enough to find the kill. If he brings that down to a 1v1, he certainly had a chance to try and win it, but not the case. And Cloud9, like we said, the current major champions, Matt, are now down 4-0 against Vega Squadron, a team we only really speak about in the majors. I don't think we've ever cast them outside of these events. It's kind of strange to think of it like that, but there we go. They'll have a firm upper hand once again. No AWP for Scudetto just yet. Still can't afford it. 4-0 down, but still very early days. Round number 5, and this point, Vega might want to change things up, go aggressive perhaps. They are sending 3 players towards B at the start. Chopper holding towards that connector, and it will be JR indeed. Moving the AWP around at least towards the B apartments this time.
So catwalk push for Crush. Certainly want to contest middle early on. Cloud9 have other ideas, wanting to go toward B finally. Underpass is certainly attainable now that Rush has gotten the kill onto Crush. It's like the same name, just with one letter different, Henry. As JR gets Sticko finally a defense that holds true. They finally hold off that B push, but again, it was the underpass that they wrapped back through, having one middle, and it's opened up the A site. Interesting push from Tony to go all the way back out towards spawn. It's red. Rush reads it, turns around, spots him out, knows that he doesn't want to give away any position that was unorthodox, and JR is left in a 1 versus 4. So Cloud9 going to respond. They'll get 5-1, or 4-1, excuse me, in the 5th round. Finally get on the board.
Yeah, nice clean round as well. It was Cloud9 with a faster approach towards middle with the standard smokes. We had 2 players from Vega Squadron towards short. They spotted 2 others towards top middle. Now, they whiffed the first shot. For me, that was a cue to fall back. The fact they challenged the AKs again by walking around that corner, that was the end of the round for me there and then. JR doesn't look like he'll survive this either. So nice round for Cloud9. 4 players survive. All of Vega Squadron go down. They have enough for one more buy, but they're still on the ropes here. Cloud9 certainly could bully them going forward, but for now there should be enough at least for the AWPs, maybe a couple of compromises with SMGs, but overall good stuff from Rush and Co as they completely run over the A side. 4-1. Big round in both teams' corner of the server, as we'll see Skidoodle with the AWP. The first time, pretty much the best one he could hope for if he wants to challenge towards middle or B. It looks like he'll be going for the latter, as he'll try and beat the CT AWPer, presumably who could be on the other side. We'll see if JR wants to go towards that side of the map again. Looks like he does. Skidoodle's there waiting, but misses the shot, Matt, and gets punished for it.
JR gets the return fire. Second time he's gotten the op kill in that position toward the Bartments, as you call them, Henry.
Oh, the Bartman. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you did. I know. Tony got an automatic back, though.
I feel like you're going to have some fun with Tony. That's like the coolest name, I think, in CSGO.
I've got to be careful because Tony Black.
Okay.
As Golden takes out Crush. Can't have too much fun, Henry.
That's true.
That's a huge kill. Bomb now down towards spawn. Chopper wraps in behind them, and he can at least get information on it. He knows that he pushed through A, so it's unlikely that anyone's behind, but no one was covering connectors, so he doesn't want to bet on that and give away the position. Instead, they'll just sort of push around it, contain them, if you will, as Rush and Golden have to go back and spend a good amount of time just getting the bomb.
Well, they got the Molotov at least to pick it up. That will be clean, just to get it in their hands at this point, and the CTs are falling back and allowing them to have it somewhat, but still a 3 versus 2. But that not necessarily favors the CTs. If Rush and Golden go towards the B side, for example, there's a good chance only one CT's waiting for them. If they can overrun him and get that first kill, all of a sudden, all bets are off, and they can actually win the round. So it all comes down to the first kill, really. They get a clean kill in towards the bomb site. There really is a chance for them here, even though it's a 3 versus 2. Problem is, Tony Black waiting in the kitchen, and JR with AWP watching this, and probably can hear them coming now. Presumably gets at least one, misses the shot, and this is where things become a little bit more interesting. Tony Black, though, holds strong. That should be the round, if I'm honest. Golden probably gets this kill, but does he get anything more? Of course he does not. There it is. Chopper will take him down. That's a harsh reset. But remember, Cloud9 did keep 4 players alive, and they're on the T side. So there might be a couple of players that are feeding the burn, but I think they can still get a buy together here. 5-1 as the buys come through. Galil's 3 AKs so far. Skidoodle yet to buy, got 2,500. He'll stay on a pistol armor and get some nades as well. So a couple of compromises, but overall pretty good. Certainly workable. I'd like to see a set piece, presumably, from this sort of round, and it will be. This is what we call the flash attack. Well, that's what I've been calling it for about a year now. 3 players here, flash over as much as you can, and get out as quickly as you possibly can. There we go.
Good hold. Oh, I take it back. Tony's only able to get 1 when it looked like he could line up for more than that. It may cost them. I say it, they've still got a hefty advantage. 1 man, but make it 2. JR swings back out, Golden goes down, and more importantly, it's the bomb that leave trouble for Cloud9 as they want desperately to try and get it back and get the plant in position. Automatic. 1 versus 4. Exactly where he is. He's low HP, and they'll converge on his position. Cloud9 off to a very, very slow start, and not even getting bomb plants to complement it. I think, 1 so far, and that was in the pistol round?
Yeah, absolutely. That was exactly where it was. So, Matthew, that was the full investment there from Cloud9. Remember, you have to take a pinch of salt. Current major champions with 2 players are gone, Stewie and Tarek, now in MIBR. But 3 of these guys were part of that epic victory. It's Rush, Automatic, and indeed Skidoodle. And we'll see whether this full eco will get them a bomb plant. They haven't spent a single dollar here. And they'll go towards B. You can use this more like timeouts, if anything. If you want to be really annoying and you have the patience to do it, you can just hold up for a while and bleed out any sort of utility the CTs have. I think that's actually an underrated concept. If you have got a full eco, you might as well make the most of it. Every grenade the CTs throw, $300, 600 in the incendiary's case. And if you can just get them out of their hands, every dollar counts in CS. So it might be boring, and you might just want to get the round over with. But if you can waste some time, make them use all their grenades. Definitely worth it if you can't do anything else.
Scar's going to work out from apartments, but it's optimistic for Cloud9 at best. Not a single bit of utility. And they want to get a bomb plant against a rather formidable defense that's got a good amount of money. So Skadoodle and Golden just biding time, 40 seconds. No one really doing much on either side. Vega's comfortable with their positions, having one toward the top of middle. And we'll slowly bring Crush back over toward B. Tony takes out Golden. Follows it up. Takes down Skadoodle. Pretty straightforward. 7-1.
Not the most interesting round there, but
No.
like we said, they're just trying to use it as a bit of a timeout. You can discuss options. Do what you can, maybe a kill, maybe a bomb plant, but nothing was realized there. We get into the next round here, number 9. All for Skadoodle, not available again. Bit of a difficult half of them so far. Cloud9 not looking too inspired. There's nothing really to suggest right now. They've really got what it takes to go deep in this major, but it is very early days. We'll say that, of course. It's the first half of their first showing here at the event. Just looking very flat. Now, no one's really convincing me they've even got strategic depth here, but we'll see what happens. Holding up in the default for now. One player in the Palace area. It's Sticko, obviously just signed from Mouse Sports. Now in the lineup with Golden, who was previously Fnatic. It's a strange looking team on paper. I'm interested to see how it pans out. You've got two very support-placed players in the form of Golden and Sticko, but Golden actually is underrated, I think, in terms of firepower he has. On his day, he's actually very, very decent. Sticko obviously was in that category as well, but their play styles are quite similar. We'll see whether they can get rolling here. Rush, definitely capable of having huge games with the AK-47 especially. Great aim start in his own right. And Sticko, there we go, nice shot. Opens up the B-bomb site, but wanted to commit, but doesn't quite go for it there. Takes down the AWP, and now the CT's on the hunt. Is automatic. Pulls another kill back in his favor.
Crush swings out, unaware completely that Golden was down below in the underpass. His timing was perfect as he walked out and caught him off. Sticko now coming to life. He's got a kill and an AWP picked up to carry over onto the Cloud9 side. Finally, they get a second round. And this time they build up some bank in doing it.
Yeah, just nice default there from Cloud9. That's the objective of the default. You're holding up at the start, and you're challenging positions like this when you're feeling brave enough. If you hit shots like that, good chance you win the round. You bait out a reaction at that point. You see the CTs scrambling, trying to get kills back in their favor, but Sticko pretty much wins the round with that opening kill. There we go. Golden hasn't got a gun right now, does he know? Hello? He's running back to base now. Realize he hasn't got one, boys.
All your base belong to us.
He gets one just in time. I think there was like 5 seconds in that, if that. So just about makes it again an AK. That could have been really awkward. He had a Glock. But he gets it, so it's all fine. 1 minute 30 as they leave the bomb inside A for now. Golden, like we said, the defaults objective here, try and sniff out the close proximity areas, and at that point, try and work a pick.
Smoke goes down. Bottom of connector, but Rush doesn't care. He's going to go through. Spots a gun barrel. Fired into it early, almost a pre-fire, but didn't commit to walking around the corner. Chopper does walk into it a little bit. So got away with it, Rush, because that could have been awkward if he actually gone to the corner and then was ready for the push through. Tony still holding off towards CT stairs. It's JR that has good vision through connector. Is he going to spot this bomb going down? Certainly will spot it, but it's a little bit too late, and somehow it's only a leg shot. So Golden will get away. Bomb planted for Cloud9. 7-3 looking likely, given that it's just 2 players remaining from Vega, and they are already electing to save weapons. As money has gone away from them, And continues to do so. He'll get Sticko, at least JR, to keep that up in his hands.
Well, that's looking much better from Cloud9, I have to say. I mentioned their strategies looked like they were a little bit rusty, but that was actually quite efficient in terms of their approach towards the A side there. Decent smokes being deployed, nice timings, and actually grinding out kills. There's Sticko with another frag to his name. He currently sits on 6 and 9, and at the top it's going to be Rush with 7 and 8. Skadoodle 2 and 7. Remember though, Skadoodle hasn't really had the AWP at all. Now finally gets it in his hands. Money's starting to stabilise for Cloud9. They ain't done just yet, as Vega Squadron will call their first time out. Just to know, JR 11 kills, 2 downs. So there we go. He still has the AWP in his hand. The rest of the team, they're not looking too healthy. They have a firm lead here. They don't have to force buy, but the fact they have an M4, the AWP, suggests to me that they will be certainly purchasing it. As you can see, we've got this lovely graphic here that shows you every bit of information you need to know, including the round loss bonus there. As you can see, $1,900 going towards Vega Squadron in this particular round. So that's beautifully demonstrated, up to a maximum of 5 for $3,400. And you can see that average player money at the start of the round as well. Not looking too good for the Vega Squadron boys. Remember, they did save that AWP and M4, so it's deciding right now how they're going to operate going forward. A CZ has been purchased. That's by Hutchie, but they're not force buying. I can confirm that. No armor has been purchased on two of the Ecode players. They've got upgraded pistols here as we get into the next round. 7-3, Cloud9 getting back into it. This one should be theirs as well.
The M4. Crush holds the corner perfectly. Rush and Golden go down. He's realized that likely is going to be complemented by an attack from the B apartments. He turns it around to try and see that position, but Automatic sliding in behind, gets caught by JR. So good hold, good read. Skadoodle's going to have to run away with Sticko. They can't get into the B site as intended. So only thing over toward A that remains is Tony Black. He's gone back out toward Connector, but the op and Crush doing all the work. 3 kills between 2 players, and the op still remains up against these pistols. There's a chance Cloud9 can pull it back, but Skadoodle's going to have to be perfect waiting for that bomb opportunity to get toward A. Stick goes AK. Alongside of him. Problem is, if they want to try and take Connector, not a lot of utility to work with. Single flash. They've also got a player immediately behind that will strike as soon as the action gets hot in that position. That, of course, being Gucci, who's on catwalk and has picked up the M4, but Skadoodle gets Chopper, and Sticko gets around the corner before the M4 can do anything of it. So suddenly they've turned this, and with 34 seconds, they might be able to get this toward the site. More so, I think noise was made by Hutchie as such that Skadoodle's going to be somewhat ready for his appearance.
This is a big, big round. Sticko patrolling the vent, but Hutchie coming in from the connector here. They're going to have to try and flash over towards middle. Skadoodle bravely tries to bunny hop towards the site. It's not going to work out for him. They lose the AWP, and everyone goes down without a plant. So well played there, and will be Vega Squadron recovering in the 2-on-2, picking up both of the AWPs, and that's going to be bit of a reset for Cloud9, but they've got plenty of money still. No problem in that department. Here's Crush getting it done towards short. Nice smoke. And that's the second time we've seen Cloud9 run through smokes of 2 players and just get nothing done off the back of it. Nice job from JR though. That was a brave pick to take. Timed it to perfection as Sticko was watching that event pretty much the entire of that 2-on-2 process. The moment he goes through though, that's when he's taken his vision away from it. 8-3, presumably do have another buy here for Cloud9, but another timeout as well. We'll see those double orbs come out for Vega. Remember, that was the round they didn't even force into a map. They saved M4, the AWP, 3 pistols. They've got a ton of money now on the CT side. Big round for them to pick up. And now they have the double orb to bring forward as well. That will be JR and Crush who will be taking those forward. So Cloud9 just stabilizing. Haven't seen much from their orb yet. Hopefully that's going to be a big part of the first half for Skadoodle as the half develops. Buyers are coming in right now. I'll have a look at the spawn for them. Sticko at the front of the pack, so doesn't look like Skadoodle going for the first pick. He's right at the back, actually, if you wanted to try that out. Smoke towards middle, pretty standard stuff. And it's up to Skadoodle now to maybe be flashed in towards this mid area. Incendiary to block them from the mid boxes. Sticko managed to get this pick last time. He's actually looking very aggressive here, almost isolated behind the Incendiary now. And down he goes. JR will find him.
Yeah. Stood too still in that window. JR's a shopper. Sees a good deal when he knows a good deal when he sees one. Something along those lines. Which he's going to pick up the AK, but Automatic was certainly ready for him to appear. Crush still, though, on the second AWP, has managed to turn his position from Catwalk once again into a formidable defense on B, and he shuts him down. Chopper doing the same to Rush, as Vega looked to take back control. So just as Cloud9 seemed to have something perhaps going for them, or at least looking like it might, on this T-side at half, Vega's got other ideas. Looks to be back-to-back rounds now for them as well. And Cloud9 with an AK and an AWP. That's how they won out the last round, remember. This time they've got bigger problems. Double AWP to go against, as well as 2 M4s instead of an AWP and a pistol. Or a late M4 picked up if you want to get technical about it, but they don't have to scatter. They are ready.
Well, here we go. Skadoodle and Golden need to get this one done. 35 seconds, but they need a lot more than that to make this round work. Tony Black waiting in towards the shadows will take 2 of them down. Skadoodle not looking too happy about the situation, really not showing his best work at all. 3 and 9 on a map like Mirage, where he can normally do fantastic work. Really haven't seen too much of Cloud9. One decent round, I would say, we've seen from them so far. The rest were just individual nice duels. I'm looking primarily for good sequences, executions, and teamwork, not just individual one-taps of the AK and then win the round from there. Looks like it will be an eco here for Cloud9. They've got no armor, no nades, so sending all 5 players away. Hopefully get some 1-digs here, and we'll see how it works out for them. Whew. Major champions now up against Vega Squadron, really being tested. They need at least 4, I would say, so 1 more would be fine. It is a CT-sided map, but let's see what they can do.
Chopper nearly caught. Rotating back toward CT stairs. Stays alive. Gets away with it. Spots another going towards Sandwich as well. That allows Tony to capitalize, but look at Rush. Rush is a damn good player. 2 more on a deagle. Sticko down to buy Crush. He's stuck in a corner with 2 HPs, trying to bait out shots at the very best. Rush knows that he's there. Doesn't want to take the bite too soon. Have to. That AWP, if it gets another chance, is going to get Skadoodle. Never mind that, because Hoochie's burned him alive, and Rush does indeed go down to the man who was waiting the entire time in the corner for which he was waiting for. It's going to be a defuse and a 10th round already for Vega.
Well, they get the bomb down at least, so there is some glimmer of hope there for Cloud9. With Lost Bonus at the 3rd stage, it does yield another buy for them, $6,000 per player, and here's the 1 taps from Rush. That's what we had to see plenty of to stand a chance here. That's not bad at all, the second one especially. As we go forward though, 10-3, it's going to take a lot of hard work here from Cloud9 to even stand a chance. So, looking for 10-5. All power for Skadoodle, as you can see, hasn't been the best for up against that double AWP. JR has been running away with this one. 16 kills and 2 deaths map in 13 rounds. He's only died twice. Pretty remarkable.
Yeah, it's pretty sensational. Vega looking mega.
Yes. See, you're warming up to the major as well.
Getting there, yeah. You know.
That's your first entry to a bit of wordplay, and pretty good. Room for improvement.
All right,
Skadoodle, well, he did have room for improvement. It works out. Gets the first kill.
Crush, meanwhile. Quick pop flashes out toward middle. Takes me some time to come up with things. I'm not like Amy Schumer. I don't steal people's jokes.
Okay, fair enough.
So. JR, top tickets, wow. Not bad at all. Punches one against Rush. And down toward middle, it's Hoochie that's now pushed up and is sneaking through the underpass. All too easy. In fact, he's going to wait it out. Trigger discipline. Bomb goes down. He's aware of the fact that there's more in that position. Sticko manages to evade him, at least for now, but he's aware of it. Still can't do anything on it. And he didn't do so with that peek, or at least didn't time it as such that his teammates could capitalize on that. So they're now going to go back out with information nonetheless. But JR is, man, oh man, looking quick. 3 kills for him in the round. Just Sticko left to find. Bomb down. How'd they take that back? He picked it up. I thought it was in the hands of the second player that came out of the connector. Either way, it is found now, and Tony Black gets the kill. It's 11-3.
JR with some career best form here. Unbelievable shots coming from him. So sick. Like you said before, we only get to see these guys at the major. It's weird to think they're definitely a team capable of doing fantastic things, and why we don't see them at more events still baffles me. But overall, JR there carrying the team in the previous round after losing a few picks. Looked like it was going to fall apart, but it's 11-3 in their favor now. Final round coming in, ladies and gentlemen. Galil's and a scout as Automatic makes his way towards A ramp. Molotov'd out, so he can't really push any further. He has got Golden beside him. see whether Cloud9 can piece this one together. Normally these sort of rounds somehow do work out. The ones you think never will is where it all comes together for them.
Chopper to the top of the stairs. Times that well because he's lost his teammate JR, who you just said is on career best form, but he's able to trade it immediately. More so, they know that they're outside of the A main position toward checkers, and a nade goes in. Sticko's on 14 HP, and they'll start to get a little more aggressive as Crush sneaks out. So too does Tony. They find kills. Skadoodle's got 2 back, but bomb goes down, and it's just Sticko remaining with that 14. Does get the shot on the scout, but he's going to be desperate to find Hoochie. It's a 1-on-1, mind you. 43 HP, and it's a scout. Give it a chance, Henry.
Yeah, definitely give it a chance. 1 versus 1. If he had like 20 seconds, I'd say no way. But the fact he has 50, it all comes down to his decision-making ability now. Where does he go with this one? Can he work out where the CT is? The bomb, obviously on the A site, and he makes his way around for the long con here. 35 seconds, and every position he has to check, every nook and cranny is wasting time. So it looks like Hachi has worked out that Sticko will not be coming from the A side, at least. He'll be coming from middle and towards that window area. And now, with the positioning of Hachi on Tetris, I'd say it's perfect. And the fact Sticko has to make some noise now, picks up the AWP, really not an ideal weapon considering the circumstance. He will be punished, and it is going to be 12-3. What a half from Vega. Fantastic stuff there. I had them as my favorite going into this one, but I didn't think it'd be like this.
Yeah, neither did I. Listen, I'm not going to talk about the decisions that I've made. But, yeah, Cloud9 needing to pick up their socks, no question about that. You are right. They were not in the discussion as a favorite for this event, but they've had time to shape up with these new players. Golden has won a championship before. Obviously, 3 players retaining the core of Cloud9 are previous major winners at the most recent major. And then, of course, you bring in Sticko, who had a great run of success with Mouse Sports, also winning championships on that team. There's still a lot of promise here. They just haven't got it to work yet.
There's definitely promise. I think it's just too much of an abstract mixture of players for me to really get excited about this team, especially when some of the players look so flat as well. We haven't really seen much of Skadoodle this year since the major, really. They haven't been to many events, you know. It's been a bit weird in that respect, but either way,
he took some time off as well, remember?
Yeah, that's right. I haven't, like, the last couple of months, I haven't really said that name at all. He's 6'12". He's starting to get it together somewhat. But here we go then. A fast play from Vega towards middle, straight towards that connector. A-split certainly going to be happening. It's rush to defend from CT Spawn. They need the one-taps here. Golden with an opportunity, and he'll miss the first shot, but make up for the second. Good advantage, but not held on to. It goes into the 3-on-3, and Rush looking good in CT Spawn. Can he find another? He can't. Maybe an overcommitment there, considering he was alone. But the bomb picked up, and they might even get out of here. We'll see what comes in. Sticko and Automatic to pick up the pieces, and Automatic with a great shot to find them the advantage.
Tony tries everything, swinging as well wide to try and pull them off of that staircase. He's on 17, but he's found the first headshot. Knew exactly where Sticko had gone as well, but Sticko makes good on his approach, and Cloud9 get their 4th round to start off the second half, so a chance to converge, to pick up 2 more, because the bomb plant never came in for Vega.
Well, there we have it. Cloud9 needed the pistol. They get it. Not over yet, boys. They've gone for an interesting setup, though. They've got full SMGs against a force buy. You know it's going to be a force buy. The bomb wasn't planted. So you've gone 5 SMGs, 4 of which are MP9s. I am not sure this is the correct call, Matt. This could be a disaster. Here's the first example of it, as Skadoodle was caught in the middle with an SMG challenging what should have been Deagles, but they've got a cheeky little AK there. But what's that play from him? What's he hoping to happen being in the open towards middle? I really couldn't explain that. But there we go. It will be the first pick in favor of Vega. They should have found the insta-kill as well. That was a bit messy from Chopper, but still he gets the frag. And now 4 MP9s against Deagles and Armor.
Yeah, that's...
It's weird that they made this decision. Why not even a single rifle?
MP36, baby. Let's go.
Nice.
Yeah. Did you know that anything multiplied by 9 adds up to itself? So 36, 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 times 9 is 81. 8 plus 1 is 9. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
To a point. I think it stops
Yeah,
at 111 or whatever it is.
Well, this is where the MP9 really needs to work out. Oh my god, it's all falling apart. I really hate this buy from Cloud9. I hate to always bang on about things like this, but this is not looking good for him. I'd like the analysts to maybe tell me why I'm wrong. Maybe there's some logic behind this madness. I can't work it out. Maybe one for them to look at. Automatic, though. Might get the first kill, but Hachi, oof. Caught by the angle. 30 seconds. Still a chance here for Cloud9. That was a big kill from Automatic.
Goes back out. Goal and find it. Crush just absolutely annihilates him.
See ya.
Automatic. Meanwhile, still holds back toward the stairs, but bomb planted in a 2 versus 4. The MP9s have come to haunt them.
Goodness gracious me.
They're on MP18 now. Did you know that when you add up the answers in something that's multiplied by 9 equals 9, Henry?
Yeah, no, JR. Yes, sorry, continue.
No, that's fine. I just want to make sure you do that, yeah.
Oh, there it is. That's so massive for Vega. So, Matt, I showed my concern going into this round, the fact they didn't have a single rifle, and I'm glad it worked out in that particular fashion just because that buy didn't really make any sense. You want to have 2 rifles at least, I would say. Then you can have the SMGs and the utility players. It's a long-range map. You're up against Deagles. They're like that first kill, especially on Skadoo. I couldn't really give you a rhyme or reason as to why he's in the open fighting by himself when they're about to come middle with the Eagles and stuff. That doesn't. The bomb wasn't planted. Didn't really work out for me at all. But there we go.
Yeah, massive blunder gives it away as well. We just talked about how no bomb plant previously. They went for that tactical single AK buy, but the Cloud9's given away any chance they have to come back, really, I'm afraid.
Well, this is their last chance. If they can't do it on this round, it is going to be a very disappointing evening in CS for them. It's 9 o'clock here in London, UK. Cloud9 really want to see this one go a little bit later, and we'll see whether they can do it right now. It will be Deagles, CZs, and JR looking to challenge Sticko here. Flashbang attempt. I think Sticko gets this kill. Yep, no problem at all. Nice timing, good push. Only gets an SMG for it, but that's okay. It's better than.
Hey, that's what they wanted last round.
Yes, true.
Well, it's a kill nonetheless. It starts it off for C9 in their favor. Huchi waiting for the flames to extinguish. Will start to work out connector and take over potentially some territory toward window in the A site. In doing so, it would actually give them access to planting the bomb because Rush has gone so far forward in the palace. So Skadoodle's got to be careful. He's gone already. Rush now realizes it. He'll try and take a position so as to catch them off as they check the angles, check A main, and try and go for the bomb plant. CZ75 in hand. He's thinking about it as he hears the plant coming in. Takes down Huchi. Has to reload, though, because it's a CZ. That takes some time. So no denial of the plant. No denying the bomb going down. Automatic. I hate when players go through that vent in a post plant. It just drives me insane because, sure, okay, there's times when it works, but you just never know what's on the other side, and you're so limited, as was the case there.
Well, there it is. Golden, we're looking to save nothing now, as he will be dropped 14-4. They have to force by now. You cannot allow a team to go 15-4 up. You're going to have to force by and go for it, I'm afraid. Not ideal, certainly. Got $2,000 per player. That means CZ armor and basic utility. I think this is one of the games they'll just have to forget because this has just been nothing from Cloud9. I don't feel excited about the prospect. I hope it's just a bad day. But right now, this is just looking very bleak indeed. Vega Squadron, more positive note, looking great. So JR especially really has run away with this game. 21 kills. Everyone's actually fragging pretty decently on their side, but Cloud9 haven't really brought anything new to the table. Like we said, they didn't attend the recent big events, so they've had time to really develop their core, get some new stuff down. We've got Golden, this exciting new in-game leader. Like you said, it has won trophies. It's going to take time, I'm aware of that, but this so far is not a good sign.
Yeah, and if practice is the issue, I mean, you said it, there are certain teams that needed to do different things and have different mentalities during the player break. This is a team that should have been working very, very hard in that space. I know some tweets were made about them going to boot camp, etc. Sticko was late getting there for health reasons, so they definitely had one. I just don't know how much time actually went into that. So Huchi takes down Sticko, Skadoodle takes out Chopper, but your right round is done because they're in the B site, no one else is there. And, okay, automatic. Does get the shot at the window.
Yeah, Hachi did not need to be part of that battle whatsoever. They had the bomb going down. It was covered. Now there's a fighting chance. Cloud9 have to go for this, I'm afraid. However bleak it looks. And as soon as the Molotov gets deployed by JR, it's going to really limit them further. Fumbling the boost slightly. Golden goes up, though, and he actually gets the dink. So this could actually get a little bit interesting, though. JR going to town, as he has been all game. That really should be it now. It's just going to be automatic with his second kill of the round. 15-4. They have to force by again. And it will take 11 rounds in a row now, just for overtime. So there we go, Cloud9 really in the proverbial bin at this point. That can't be right. I was about to say, it's my GUI again. I had this last week. It said Automatic had 23 kills. That doesn't make any sense. He's got 13. Rush with 12. Sticker with 11, but it's just everyone on Vega Squadron just won't stop fragging.
Well, it could be the last round of day one, and for the 7th time, it looks as though the challenging team will win. The only Legend team today to pick up a win is G2. That's rather remarkable in itself, given that G2 may not have been one of the ones you picked to do so. Up against Hellraisers to start things off for them. Cloud9's title defense is not looking strong thus far. And we'll find out who plays who tomorrow with our redraw. That comes up, I won't say immediately, but just after this game's finished. The desk will obviously analyze this and then jump to that, but Tony Black starts off the end as Sticko goes down. It's 4 versus 5 with 1:13, and Vega with all AKs against 2 MP9s, a CZ and a Deagle. Henry, take us to the finish.
See us home. Well, yes, I think you really have built it up. It doesn't look good. They've got the opening pick. They've got a 1 minute remaining as well. Good flashbang for the CTs, but does not yield a frag. At this point, Vega would have to make a massive mistake to give this one up. There's almost no grenades now for the CTs. They have no kit. Tony Black is going to be faking towards the B site. As you can see, the bombs in the Palace position ready to go. There will be a couple of kills in for the CTs, but still not quite enough because the A site is completely open. There might be one for Rush here. It's going to be a really close frag for him. Bombs down towards A. They have not got a kit, but they have got the man advantage. Can they convert this?
I said take us to the finish.
Yeah, it's going to take a while.
I knew it was going to happen when I said that. Well, the bomb is down. That is the saving grace to the situation for Vega, and the fact that there's no kits for Cloud9. Molotov as well for Hutchie, you've just pointed out. That's significant because that can be deployed with no kits. It's pretty much over. They have to be careful about it because Golden's getting in behind them. Molotov's on the ground. Crush is gone. Molotov never thrown. That's a defuse. Oh, is it? Henry, I hate this moment. Tell me if it's a defuse or not, because Cloud9 are done either way. 16-4. They just barely Vega get away with that.
I wasn't sure. I couldn't call it.
I
It was
couldn't
too
either.
close. Well, there we go. Vega Squadron completely dismantle Cloud9. My goodness, 16-4. Vega Squadron, yeah, sure, they're a bit of a dark horse in this tournament, at Majors especially, but Cloud9, not only should they be beating the team of that caliber, they definitely shouldn't be getting battered to that sort of extent. 16-4, they barely got going. Vega Squadron, though, JR, there he is, the man on your screen right there, looked electrifying with the AWP map. A lot of the team did. We had Tony Black on 21 kills as well, looking very, very good indeed. Cloud9 just looked flat as an overall package. I wasn't really impressed with anything. I had one decent execution round, they had a nice pinch from the site, but individually, pretty quiet. Automatic had some nice deagle moments, but that's about it. This team needs a lot of work, and I'm not sure this is the event to get that practice in.
Yeah, I mean, it was hard for me to get excited about anything that really went on. Obviously, there wasn't enough rounds on the CT side to see if that was really going to be something promising, and if Skadoodle could get the op out, and maybe then their foundation comes into place. But the T side didn't offer much for me at all.
What I will say is, it's a best of one. Could just be a bad day for them. We haven't seen much from Cloud9 recently. Maybe they've got some sleeper maps coming through that we'll see some much better stuff.
And sleeper is the keyword against Vega. I did say that if you were on paper and you're playing them first and you're the defending champions, that's like in your head you're thinking like, okay, that's a must-win. We got to knock them down. But they are a good team in Majors, as we've seen already. There's a reason that they're here yet again.
Well, from good teams to good people. Freya's down on the show floor with the winners.
Yep, that is right, guys. I am here with the winning side with Crush and manager Alex. So, Crush, how does it feel to take down defending major champions Cloud9?
Like, it always feels great to win, but they changed 2 players, like we did actually. And I don't know, it's just another team. It's hard to play with new players, and I don't know. We didn't feel like we beat like major champions and that stuff.
So, Alex, how did the team use that time between the Challenger stage and Legends? What did you guys do to prepare?
Well, actually, during the Challenger stage, we never left the hotel, as we've been practicing and preparing for the games and just chilling in the hotel. But at day 1, in the break, we went to London to just do some sightseeing and to just walk around. It was great. And yesterday, we decided to practice some, to do some work and prepare for the opponent. Yeah, it was good.
So as you mentioned, you added 2 new players to the squad, yourself and Tony Black. What do you think you've brought to the team?
I don't know, it's hard to say. You better ask other players, but I don't know. I don't know what to say.
So we saw you have a great CT side on Mirage. What worked so well for you here, do you think?
I don't know, just confidence. We decided not to like overthink ourselves and not to maybe play too aggressive, as I think they might have been like think that we'll play aggressive as we did in the first stage, but maybe that's what caught them off guard. In the beginning, they were trying to do like a fast-paced game, but it didn't work. Then they decided to slow down, but I guess we had this.
So going on to that T side, how did you close it out and find that momentum?
I don't know. We lost pistol round, and then we were quite confident to drop an AK. We were all hyped, like we'll win this round, and it happened. I don't know.
So the question on everybody's lips, why did Kabakan choose to change his name to Tony Black? Is there a story behind that?
I don't know. He just feels like more confident with this nickname, and I believe this nickname was kind of a joke in his past team, and he liked it, so he decided to just stick with it. And I don't know, everyone has been asking this question, everyone has been making fun of it, but yeah, if he feels comfortable with it, we're fine.
Yeah, it is a very good name. So going into tomorrow, Crush, are you feeling more confident with that one win under your belt?
Yeah, of course. We've been feeling confident since like game 1 when we won, and each game like makes us more confident. We're pretty confident, I guess.
Thank you so much for your time, guys. I'll let you go and celebrate that win as we head back to the analyst desk.
Well, Vega Squadron, they have been truly testing every team they step into the ring against. Close versus Liquid, Wins versus North, the likes of, who is it, Complexity as well tested. They have really, truly taken scalps so far here in London, and they don't stop with Cloud9. Defending major champions, albeit with 2 new players, but still, regardless, a considerably convincing defeat for Cloud9.
And I was really impressed with JR, especially considering he's both their IGL and their main opper. But I just have to say, it was a really lackluster game from Cloud9, especially after we praised both Golden and Valence as being really good strategical player IGLs and coaches. And they bring us this, especially that round that Crush actually brought up, where Cloud9 wins the CT pistol.
Right.
And they buy 4 MP9s. One guy drops out middle. They have dropped an AK to Chopper. He gets the entry kill and just win the round. It's just looked like they had no communication at all.
Yeah, that's a really actually cool idea by Vega, and I don't want to take away from that. Tony Black got 4 kills on the opening pistol round. They had no plant, but because of his kills, he was able to buy an AK, drops it to Chopper. Chopper dry runs out mid. And yeah, we saw Skadoodle just jump out of window early round with an SMG, which there's really no reason for it, actually. Like, there's not much info you can get that's valuable at that point in the round, and you're not going to win any fights by yourself, so there's no reason to do that early in the round. And they got punished for it, but that was still, regardless, a very good idea by Vega, and I liked it. Still relying on their aim, and their aim is still holding true.
Yeah, it was in Boston that Cloud9 last met Vega. It was a 16-4 in favor of Cloud9, and how the tables have turned almost entirely 180 degrees in the other direction. Threat, are we just... I know it's easy to just throw praise at Vega and say, oh, underdogs. I do think it might have to be a conversation about Cloud9 and what they're going to have to offer here in London. That game doesn't inspire confidence.
No, and going into this event, there's been a lot of talk. Is Stico really on their lineup?
Right.
Is it just on loan? So maybe the players are not really focusing on practice because they're thinking, okay, we're just going to change player after the major anyway. Sort of what happened with Virtus Pro in the Challenger stage. So I really don't know. I think we're probably going to see a lineup change from them after this event.
Yeah, it's at the moment it is just completely undecided. We're still trying to find out where we place Cloud9 after losing some of their stars to, of course, MIBR. A little bit of a poem there. But that game seems like not too much for our analysts to talk about. What we can talk about is one of my favorite parts of the day. It's play of the day. Now, any guesses for this one? That's right. It's brought to you by Predator, and it is right at the start of the day. If you can remember this one, good on you.
Oh, this was nuts.
This was some beautiful B defense from Issa.
Yeah, I think this is the one where he one-bullets the guy coming through the window, right?
It's just gorgeous work. I mean, this was a masterclass in B throughout the entirety of the game. It was close to finding the last one as well. I was shocked he finally found him, but just you can see how little he's seeing of his opponents while being under heavy pressure.
I'm actually thinking of a different round because he had multiple highlights in the B-bomb site.
This shot, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're thinking of Shox walking through window and he gets that one. Yeah.
2 guys were coming through the window and he peeks it from the big box on plat. But, I mean, yeah, he had multiple clips throughout that match. He kept Hellraisers in it. That was a sick play by him, though.
Yeah, and it's really impressive that it can keep this level at the Legend stage at a major. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Hellraisers, of course, couldn't quite close it out, but it was a spectacular game to watch, and that was at the start of the day. It feels like years ago, but we've had so many good games. In fact, we can bring up updated brackets for you because our day is done here at the London Major. But don't forget, you should stick around because the spicy as hell draw is going to be done live here with myself, Sean, and Bjorn. This has been a day to remember. So G2 managed to take it to OT versus Hellraisers despite them getting oh so close. Team Liquid, perhaps probably the most predictable result of the day, managed to pick up their win versus Winstrike. And then the curveballs keep coming, Sean. I mean, if you had to choose one, I mean, what are you drawn to most?
I'd say the MIBR and Tyloo game caught me off guard the most, especially after seeing the first 9 or 10 rounds of that match. I thought MIBR was on pace to, contend to win this major. They looked so strong. Their teamwork was on point. And then Tyloo just put it into another gear. I didn't think Tyloo was capable of something like that. So that was shocking to me.
It really was. And I'm actually going to just make sure I'm prepared for this draw because it is coming up. I want to get all of the ifs, buts, and maybes locked in. So just bear with me so I can get it all up in my face and get my head around it.
I saw your eyes were watering earlier. Was that like tears of excitement?
That's
or was that a tear for Cloud9?
Honestly, it might be a bit of everything.
Okay.
So your 1-0 teams coming into this draw. So these are all the teams that can meet each other. God, there's so much information on my screen. Here we are. Okay, so your 1-0 teams. We have Complexity, Vega Squadron, Big, Team Liquid, NIP, Tyloo, G2, Astralis. What could we have out of that one? We could have
a Vega and Complexity.
Yeah.
That would be really weird.
Okay.
On Inferno.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, that's an actual possibility. We do have Rold, I believe, ready to start this draw, so he's going to be doing it all while we provide you the commentary and give you the insight. Rold, you can start fondling your balls. So this is the 1-0 teams for now. We're going to be doing the 4 of those, our 4 matchups. So up first, Big Clan.
Big.
I
can't be that excited for the first round.
I would.
Big! Oh my god!
Big!
Oh, big! Boy, I can be excited for the
I'd
second.
kill for like a big Team Liquid. That would be very interesting to watch. Big versus Tyloo.
Wow. One of those teams is going to be 2-0.
Big do play Inferno. But there's no way. God B wouldn't let it happen. Wow. Up next. Your next 1-0 team, of course. Pick this win up, you go 2-0, you 1 away. Complexity up next.
Could it be Vega Squadron?
Complexity Vega?
In a 1-0 Legend stage match.
Find out. G2. G2 versus Complexity.
That's a spicy
That's
matchup.
actually pretty damn spicy.
I like that. Yeah, because we don't know a lot about either team right now.
Yeah, and especially because G2's veto is all over the place. We've only seen Dust 2 from them since that big break. So what does that leave us with? We've still got Vega, Liquid, NIP.
Astralis is still left as well.
Vega. So Vega looking for their next opponent for the Shark to munch on.
So there's only tough opponents then.
Yeah,
really,
it's just
really
Astralis,
tough.
NIP, or Liquid.
Wow.
That's it. They're going to have a tough one.
Astralis.
Also, it's NIP Liquid in the last one.
NIP Liquid as well. That's a great game as
well.
well.
Wow, that's an awesome game.
My goodness. So wait, so to clarify, who are Vega up against? Vega?
Astralis.
Astralis, they do. Oh my goodness. That's going to be the toughest.
That's like
toughest
such a
task yet.
style clash. That's what makes that so interesting. Is Astralis is a super strategic team, most strategic team we've probably ever seen in CS, and then I don't know what you would call Vega. The exact opposite of that.
You call him Vega.
Yeah, what map did they even go for in that matchup? Like, I have no clue.
I don't think Glaive does just yet. He's going to have to go and do some thinking. So that's your top 4. That is going to be a battle for the 2-0 tomorrow. Big, Tyloo, Complexity, G2, Vega, Astralis, and Liquid NIB. Those are great. I love all of those. I'm very excited for Complexity G2. But of course, the adventure continues now as we have to do those losers. We'll brainstorm after. And into the 0-1 teams, 4 of which will find themselves on the verge of elimination after tomorrow. Na'Vi.
Will it be MIB or that would be...
It could be MIBR. It could be FaZe Clan. You could have Na'Vi FaZe.
Dear God, this draw.
Please. Oh, it's happened!
Oh my God, not like
Oh my
this. Not like this.
fudge.
Oh no.
Navi FaZe. Okay.
It could be Mouse Sports MIBR. Yeah, that would be.
That would be true insanity. Give him a good mix.
Do you realize we could have a 0-2 MIBR versus like FaCe?
Oh my God, this is not happening. This is not happening. Those two of those teams are going to be 0-2.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
could potentially play each other.
Yeah, FaCe
in the next
MIBR
round.
could be 0-2.
Cloud9 up next. So what does that leave? Fnatic are still in the pool. Windstrike.
God.
Hellraisers. Oh my gosh. Hellraisers. Okay, so Hellraisers are going to be taking on
So the last one will be Windstrike.
Fnatic and Windstrike.
Fnatic Windstrike.
I mean, you can't make this up, right?
This is just absurd. What an adventure we are going on. I mean, this is the Swiss format. I mean, let's not forget the Buckhole system does kick in coming into the last day, if I'm not mistaken. So I say the last day, the next day. And that is your draw. Thank you so much, Rolled. You look fantastic in that polo. You know I love it. Okay, can we bring that up? I know the graphics op's probably desperately filling it all in. Oh, we can. Look at that. Smooth, swift. That's what we love to see. So breathe that in, ladies and gentlemen. Counter-Strike fans. The 0-1 team, some falling 0-2. We have Navi FaZe, Mouse MIBR. They are going to be pulling. There is no saving strats. There is no nonsense. There is no banning your best map. This is going to be cutthroat Counter-Strike for survival tomorrow.
This is what we joked about all day in the background. Like, this could have happened, and it actually happened. Like, this is the nightmare scenario for the top four teams in the 0-1 side. Holy cow, tomorrow is going to be such an insane day at CS.
Take a screenshot of that. Look at that.
The 1-0 matches are all super exciting because you have these strategic teams going against aim-heavy teams. And it's really like that across the entire board, maybe other than like Complexity versus G2, which is an interesting matchup.
Like Liquid versus NIP. I mean, you could say the same there, right? As in their loose and goosey style going up against Liquid.
And Tyloo and Big. So, I mean, like, all of tomorrow's matches actually are super unique, and I'm really excited about it.
Like, even Vega Astralis. Even
though
I would,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Even though I would heavily favor Astralis, I mean, anything could happen in best of one.
Yeah, and I see a world where everything's gone to plan, and then Chopper walks through a smoke and just giggles and does his thing. Okay, so we should go to bed, because the quicker we go to bed, the quicker tomorrow comes. That's your draw. Those are the games coming tomorrow. The FACEIT Major, it delivered in the Challenger stage. It delivered today, and I have no doubt it will do it tomorrow. 9:45 local time. We'll be back in the studio bringing you all of the Counter-Strike action you do not want to miss. This set alarms. Tell your friends we'll be back tomorrow with the FACEIT Major.